Alright. Hopefully this is recording. Who knows? I'm heading on into work now, so I figured I'd throw the camera on and talk to myself for a little while. And what did I want to talk about today? I'm going to say the current state of Motogp. Actually, no, you know what? Motogp and World Superbike. The World Superbike races were this weekend, and they were pretty amazing. All the races were extremely competitive. I mean, they were nail-biting all the way through, which was awesome. You know, Scott Redding really shows that he came to play. He's not messing around. It's good to see him succeed. You know, I always like Scott. You know, he's having fun. He's having fun, and for me, I don't know. It's just refreshing to see, you know, a racer that has fun, that enjoys what they're doing, because it just seems like it should be fun. You know, racing motorcycles. If you're not getting the biggest rush of your life racing a motorcycle, there really is. There's no reason to do it. I mean, you know, you could say it because of the money, but they're risking their lives out there. You know, I don't know. Is it worth it? Just for, you know, just for money? Now, for some people, I'm sure, yeah, money is what matters the most. But I don't know. For me, I guess, you know, the enjoyment you get, the passion you have in life. For me, those things mean more than money. But again, I'm saying that as a person that doesn't really have any money. So there's that, you know. Take my word with a grain of salt, because that doesn't mean anything. But yeah, anyway, the races were awesome. You know, Lowe's on the Kawasaki looks like he is going to be very competitive, and it looks like Ray is going to finally have a teammate that's going to be able to push him. We'll see. I mean, it's one race, so I'm going to try to stay away from making sweeping statements like that, but from the one race, it looked amazing. It looked really good. So we'll see. I don't know. What else? Let's see. Top Rack looked amazing as well. I mean, and I'm going to say Top Rack because I cannot say that dude's last name. Ratskakliagolu? I don't know. That's about as close as I'll get. Anyway, it's Top Rack. He looked amazing. That kid can fly. So it should be a great year. The Yamahas were great. Even Sykes on the BMW looked amazing. It's just he destroyed his tires. So I don't know if it's just his riding style or if he has to adapt more to the bike. But he destroyed those tires. He was extremely fast in the first race. So World Superbike looks like it's going to be great. Motogp, on the other hand, I don't know. You know, I hope it's great. I have tickets for Austin, which means I'll be there to watch Marquez win, which is you know, not the most fun thing for me. I'm not really a Marquez fan. You know, the dude is probably one of the, if not the most skilled, you know, MotoGP rider, at least the top three. So I'll never doubt his skill. That guy can ride a bike. Cool. But his attitude and the, you know, I just can never get around it. I think he's a very flawed. I don't know. He just doesn't. He's not someone that I can root for personally. He seems like a poor winner and a poor loser. I don't know. I don't want to get into it because I know if I get into it, I'm going to get tons of hate mail sent my way. All I can say is yes, Marquez is one of the best riders in the world, and by the end of his the end of his career, I'm sure he's going to be probably one of the most winningest motorcycle racers of all time, if not the most. But he'll be up there. But I just can't root for him. So the MotoGP season, I think for me, the most compelling storyline is is probably going to be to see if Alex Marquez can wrap his brain around that Honda. I think Marc Marquez is gonna most likely win it again this year. Although all the other bikes seem to have moved up as well. The Honda is just, I don't know, it's built for the MotoGP season. The tracks that the MotoGP race at the most, or the types of tracks, it just seems like Honda cracked the code on how they developed that bike. It's incredible brakes and strong engine. It doesn't turn the best in terms of corner speed, but it does turn well enough. So I don't see anyone beating that this year. The Yamaha's made a step forward, but they still are lacking in top speed. Suzuki made a step. Aprilia made a huge step in terms of power out of that engine. Now that they have their V4 in there, it's awesome. And the KTM actually looks really good. But I think like I said, the most compelling story is going to be Alex Marquez and whether or not he can actually, compete. I don't think he's going to win. I doubt he'll. I'll say it. He's not going to win a race this year. I'll be surprised if he finishes in the top 10. I don't know. I just after seeing the Qatar practice, he looks lost on that bike, and I don't even think he's the best rookie coming in. I think the best rookie is Binder, and I don't know, that kid is awesome. He's coming to grips with the KTM very quickly. If they keep making strides like that, KTM might actually be competitive in the next, 2 seasons, I think. I mean, they're still, that is a huge pothole. They're still not there. The bike is still not there, I think. But they're getting there. They're making progress. So, but the MotoGP season in general, I don't know. There's no one to really get behind anymore. I was a Rossi fan. I still am a Rossi fan. I like his attitude. He reminds me when he was younger, especially when he was younger. He reminded me of Scott Redding. He was wild. He did crazy stuff, and he genuinely enjoyed what he was doing. It just seems like there are a lot of people who are just, a lot of the MotoGP riders, they're just very robotic now and very technical, I guess. I don't know. It's stupid, I know, and it's just my opinion. But no, I like passionate people. I like people that love their life and exude that passion. I wish there were more racers like that. I think Crutchlow is like that to an extent, Cal Crutchlow. But he's more of a, he doesn't give an F. He doesn't care. He's more of a, he doesn't really BS. I don't think he BS's at all. He says what's on his mind, and he's genuine. So I can respect a rider like Crutchlow. And sometimes I can even root for him, but I don't know. I guess I got soured on him after seeing him in action at in the MotoGP in when was it? It was in Indianapolis when they still had it there, and he was riding for Ducati, and he was. Granted, I don't know the circumstances. He might have just been having a bad weekend personally, but he did not want any part of interacting with fans. He didn't want to sign autographs. He didn't want to take pictures. He was just, in the pits, on the scooter, back to his trailer. He did nothing. Whereas, all the other riders that day were great. And to Marc Marquez's credit, he was great. Marc Marquez was actually really good. The both times that I saw him, he would go out, he would greet the fans, he would sign autographs, shake hands. He was good. But Crutchlow, man, that dude was not having it. he was 100% get the hell out of my way. And like I said, maybe that's just, he was something else going on with him, but that just forever blunted my thoughts of ever cheering for that dude. He's just, you're at the end of the day, racers, and that's all kinds of motorsports. This is dirt motocross racers, Motogp racers, the World Superbike, Moto America, and car racing as well. The fans are really what they're what pay your bills. They're the people that support you doing something that you love. So why not be a little cooler to the fans? You know what I'm saying? And I know, look, everyone has off days. Everyone has off days, but when MotoGP, when racing, let's say, when that's your job, that's your life, you're there to perform. And once you're there, once you're at the site, once you're racing, you're performing. And the fans, they don't care that you had a bad day. They don't care that, you broke up with your girlfriend, or you had a fight with your wife, or your kid, hates you. They don't care about any of that. Nor should they. They spend a lot of money to support you and, to be entertained. So if you have to spend 20 minutes after a session greeting the fans and saying hi and, just being a genuinely nice person, then that's part of the gig. For me, you do get paid millions of dollars. You can't do that? All right, cool. And I don't have to root for you either. That's just the way I am, though. Look, there are a lot of people that say, well, their job is just to race. Their job is nothing else. Nah, I think their job is something else. I think their job is to entertain too. MotoGP tickets, MotoGP subscriptions, those things are not cheap. That's a lot of money. I think the MotoGP, the video pass now is like 120 or 160 US dollars. My tickets for the Austin GP, they're like $300 a pop, 300 and change a pop. That's a lot of money, man. It'd just be cool if you could root for a guy or a person that appreciates the expense and the investment, And like I said, maybe Crutchlow was just having a bad weekend. Maybe he's a super nice guy, and I don't know. That could be the case. Who knows? Oh, Popo, what's going on here? I guess this is like a checkpoint. But yeah, anyway, that's my spiel on MotoGP. I think it's going to be it should be interesting just to see how the rest of the field does, and see how much they've progressed. But barring any kind of freak accident, I think Marquez will win it again this year. Which is why, I'm glad that I subscribed to the World Superbike Video Pass, and I didn't subscribe yet to the MotoGP Video Pass. And given that they're canceling MotoGP races, I'm actually very glad that I didn't pay for that subscription. I wonder if they're getting a lot of requests for refunds now that they canceled Qatar and then postponed Thailand. We'll see. If something happens to Austin or Argentina, that would be it. That's all she wrote. I think the season would be in jeopardy at that point. But back to work. I really hope this video is coming out okay. It's taken me quite a while to get the video settings and the audio settings right. But yeah, anyway, I'm almost at work, so I guess I'll end it here and just say fingers crossed for a entertaining MotoGP and World Superbike season this year. Fingers crossed. Alright, see you later, guys.